This episode is, as always, done on the insane difficulty with no death. Everything is in the description, ways to support me. I've got a Discord, Twitter, Twitch, links to directly support. There's a playlist for all of the missions. Welcome to Wasteland Scavenger Run, Sinister Shield. This is yet another insane deathless run by your boy GGZii. This time we've got a bit of a different squad. Now this mission kind of is similar to one we've already done. Similar layout, I believe so. In fact, it might even be the same layout. However, with this one, we have a set amount of turns that we can do, and we also have cases to collect. Let's begin with some tips and tricks. The scout has done a massive move. It's a sprint to get as far as possible, and it's a climb over. And the reason the climb over works is because that leads into a crate pickup, which leads into nimble, which gives us an extra action point and lets us hop over. So as always, these aren't the quote the best ways to do it, the most efficient ways. I'm just showing you how I did it and giving you some tips, and maybe this can help your play. Maybe you just enjoy watching and seeing how I did it. Who knows, but at this point we're far too far in this series to not finish it. So because she was able with that nimble point to get in the room, she can then climb out of the room and kick a tick. The other ticker into the other ticker. I'm now able to push up and grenade. The reason I'm doing this is that it's a step-by-step process, meaning I have to look after everyone. Nobody can die or take any damage really, or they die in one shot. So Sid's pushed up and thrown the grenade. He threw a grenade because if he shot and missed, the ticker would have moved and killed the scout. So, we're looking around, what can we do? Let's empower the scout to get her out of danger. So, we're going to empower her up. We're going to see what we can do. She's going to sprint because that's like the biggest 1-point move we can do. And she's going to pick up this crate. And again, because it's a new turn, she gets nimble back, which means she can then cloak and then go even further. So you can see that now she can go even further whilst invisible, and I can get behind, get in vision, and I'm safe. So in two moves, the scout has moved an incredible amount of distance. That's what it brings to the table. And what I've done now is Sid's going to chill on the left-hand side, and these two are going to control the right-hand side. That's kind of the decision I went with. We've got a torque bower back there as well. We've got a lot of enemies. We've got tickers. We've got, yeah, this torque bower's moving. We've even got a dropship coming in here with double snipers, triple snipers. There's a lot of stuff here to do. And trying to wipe these out took a little bit of thinking. This is where we got the checkpoint, and eventually, after some time, I figured out this was the play. So initially, with the invisible scout, I throw the grenade. That's to get rid of the ticker. That eliminates some moving, some, some variance, shall we say. Then I'm going to push up with Sid. I'm going to do a 1-point move, which allows me to bayonet charge. Sorry, I have a point left to bayonet charge, which is going to one-shot the Theron and take out the torque bow. That's important. I'm not having to waste multiple turns on him. Then I'm going to pick up the torque bow with the scout. Using nimble, that's going to give me an extra action point. Then I'm going to empower the scout, and I'm going to give teamwork, meaning if she gets kills, he's going to get action points back. Pushing up the next guy, I'm going to throw a grenade on the right hand side to weaken them up and soften them up. So there's many moves here. Then then the torque bower next to Sid is able to launch one and kill multiple people as they were softened up by the guy in the middle. And I'm going to fire off a shot here, and unfortunately I'm going to miss. So now we're in a situation where everyone's kind of spread out, and I'm trying to figure out how to deal with them. I'm going to push up with Gabe and Chainsaw. Again, that's going to one-shot the torque bow guy, which is important. It's going to give me an action point back. And then I'm going to empower. So I've done the teamwork on her. Now I'm doing the empower. So this means that Gabe's going to get extra action points if I kill anyone. Luckily, with the empower, it's going to give me more damage as well. This means when I flick this torque bow, it's going to kill both of them. So you can see I'm wiping out everybody in a single turn. and it makes everything so much easier. It's difficult to do, it takes a lot of planning, a lot of thinking about, but when it comes off, you're going to wipe the battlefield and be so far ahead of the red zone that it's just so beneficial. So because he's getting all these extra action points gained due to teamwork, he's able to grenade, he's able to then even pick up a torque bow himself and push up, and we've wiped everybody out. So now, even though people aren't in the perfect positions, some of them are in the open, some of them are a bit stuck, everyone's safe because everyone's dead. So that was about really that was the first time I've properly comboed empowers and teamworks together. And that takes a lot of forward thinking, because you've got to think, well, if he gets empower and he gets his skill back, he can do this, which lets me do that. But ultimately, the main thinking and tips there is just, you know, think about wiping out as many enemies as possible in a single turn, and thinking about how the extra damage from empower is going to affect you, how teamwork's going to affect where people can move with the extra points. So yeah, it's kind of hectic, but it's kind of good. The scout is going to push up, and again, getting nimble back is going to give her an extra action point. And because she's pushed so far up, she is able to reveal the kind of extraction zone. Now I'm going to do a max sprint push as far as we can go. Again, reason being, I want to get far, far ahead, and then I can see what's coming. Then I can move safely, overwatch certain areas. You don't want to get caught out on this game. So I've pushed this scout up and I know it's clear. So I'm pushing everybody up here, and I'm pushing them, importantly, behind kind of tall cover. So everyone's got their back behind a tall piece of cover, because I don't know what's coming. I don't know if there's a boomer, a grenader, a torque bower. So I just want to have some cover, and that's why I pushed up there. So you can see we're pretty comfortable ahead of the red zone. We've probably got maybe 1 or 2 turns here to chill, but importantly, you kind of don't want to do that, obviously. You want to keep moving forwards.
No problem.
Again, this nimble coming in really clutch is going to give me an extra action point, and I'm able to sprint way to the left. The reason for this is I want to use this big, tall sort of cover to get under things, you know? I want to be on this left-hand side. I'm going to use a kicker tick to kick the two next to each other. And I'm going to push up with the torque bower, who can then lob this onto a shot. Now, I actually had a high power shot that was 100% chance to hit, so I went for that. Otherwise, I would have lobbed it. But yeah, 100% chance to hit with that torque bow. I'm then going to empower her again. She is then able to get out of danger, tuck below this, get in cover, get in safety. Now, I don't really see anybody near me, so I've pushed up as far as I can go with the other guys. That's kind of the game plan. Just push up as far as you can go. The scout, clues in the name, she's scouting ahead. She's making sure I don't get caught out here. So the scout's, you know, doing a bit of work here, giving me vision of people. I'm able to lob a couple of torque bows. I'm able to do a 1-point move around this corner, cloak, and then move up again. The reason I've cloaked here is I can't go any further. I don't have any extra empowers, so I don't want to be stuck out in the open. I've now pushed up to deal with this guy. I think what I could have done here is probably grenade him first, or torque bow him first like this, which would then explode that box and give the sniper a better angle for attack. Instead, I torque bowed after the sniper missed, so a bit of a misplay there, but I decided just to push Sid up here and grenade him just to guarantee the kill. And just overwatch this last guy. So the order of your skills does matter. Like, I did everything right there, but I probably should have destroyed the box and then sniped, but we got away with it. So the red zone is catching up with us now, because that was a kind of a slow turn. We didn't make much progression there, but because we killed most of the enemies, we're still relatively safe. I'm thinking about a move here. Now, these guys obviously need to get moving, and they're trapped in an overwatch. So I'm now trying to break that overwatch. So I'm going to pick up this crate, activate nimble again, get me that extra action point back. which makes that move kind of free, which means I can then grenade from above, and then I can push these guys up. They're now no longer in danger from Overwatch. So I'm just going to push up, and I've decided to tuck myself in this corner because this guy I'm looking at, I was like, could he climb up on this block and shoot down at me? I was a bit nervous about this. This guy here, I thought he might have climbed up on that block and looked down on me and shot me. That's why I didn't Overwatch. I didn't want to stick my head out and invite it. So I just took myself in that corner and tried to survive, and luckily we got away with it. But now she's pinned with Overwatch. So pushing this guy up allows me to empower him. The reason I'm empowering him, making the grenade do more damage and knocking him out of the Overwatch. Now she can step up, hop over and shotgun him, which is great. And she's able to kill him because although she got a lucky crit, he was low HP due to the empowered grenade. So now I'm going to push him into that corner. I'm going to push him further up, and I'm going to push Gabe further up. Now importantly, I didn't shoot with this last guy. I didn't shoot with him that turn. This is where it comes in clutch. This is when knowing your passives and knowing your character's abilities does have a big help. So you'll notice here he gets blitz. He gets blitz because he hasn't actually shot anyone, which means he has 4 action points, which means now everybody can safely reach the circle, and we've escaped. So there's a lot of moves in there, a lot of combos, a lot of gameplay, but hopefully that helped. Rewind it, maybe have a rewatch back, because there's a lot going on there. Really fun mission, turn-based, trying to get through the turns, using your torque bows. Dealing with torque bows is always difficult and fun. Hopefully that helped. Leave a comment and a like if it did. We'll see you in the next one. I'll leave you with all of the crates I've got to open, because we've got quite a few to get through. And I believe this is the mission where we get the juicy grenade that's really opened up some opportunities as we go. So thanks for watching.